Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you a PPT presentation or a PowerPoint presentation, anything you like to call, of how airplanes fly. So let's jump right into it. How a plane flies. Now you can just pause the video or I'll just tell you along. Now in an airplane takeoff or landing, you started to see on top of the wings, it will flap. Well, it's called, not surprisingly, flaps. Well, when your plane is landing, your plane tilts up but it goes down. You might be thinking, how's that possible? Well, some of you might have not noticed that the captain has put the pilots have put flaps. The flaps help the plane tilt up and go up, but how's it going down, you may be asking? Well, it's because of spoilers. Spoilers helps the plane go down. Now, some of you might have not noticed that the plane's wing is not flat. It is kind of bulged. That's because the plane's wing should be designed like that, so it can be better. It can get better air currents. Now, if you don't really understand, well, I'll explain it more easier. Now, for example, you might have seen it like pictures of plane wings or storybooks like anywhere. Like a plane's wing is kind of curved. Well, that helps the winds push off the airplane's wing. I mean, not pushing the airplane's wing until it's broken, means so that the airplane can go faster. And finally, engines help the plane to fly. Everyone knows that fact. Its engines create lift and thrust. Now we will learn about lift and thrust in the next slide. The four forces acting on a plane. Now, lift. It helps the plane take off. Thrust. Helps the plane go faster or move forward. Now, the most interesting is the weight and drag. Now, when you slow down the plane, a big airplane, you start to descend fast. But a smaller plane, you kind of descend a little slow. Well, that's because it depends on the aircraft's weight and how much its nose is tilted. Also, its power also matters. And now, drag. It helps the plane go backwards, or it can also make it slower. Also, when in landings on airports, you might have seen airplanes engines like they started to open up. Well, that's the reverse thruster with the brakes. That helps the plane slow down. Also, one time in the 19th century, there was a subsonic aircraft, but a little slower than Concorde, which went really fast, that it slowed down. And you might be asking, and the throttle is full up. You might be asking, how is that even possible? Well, when you're in a car and going really fast, just if you stick your hand out, you'll see your hand is actually pushing back. Well, that's because this air is actually pushing your hand. Also, the fun fact is, bigger airplanes are easier to land and harder to take off, while smaller airplanes are harder to land and easier to take off. Thank you for watching this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I'll also send a link of the PPT presentation in the description box, so make sure to check for it. Also, as always, goodbye.